That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage.
It's Division I football! Go play intramurals, brother. Go play intramurals.
But, you know, I am going to try, and there will be some people inconvenienced. And if it happens to be their fat little girlfriends, too bad.
Twitter, radio.
Yeah, I'd give a rat's ass about Twitter.
All right, welcome to Jake and Bake. Week 5 in the books. We're looking forward to week 6. We're getting to the thick of things. You know, the first few weeks are usually tune-up games. Now, last week, we started getting some good games. This week, we start getting some even better games. Next week is just going to get better. Last week was not that great of a week for me.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I am down, and I am down hard.
Yeah.
I'm down, 21, 28?
Yep.
So I need 7 points. I need to recoup 7 points this week, people. Help me. UMass, help me.
Yeah. Yeah, last week we started off week 5 tied 18-18, and then you went 2-3. You lost your super dog or you lost just your dog with Navy, and you lost. We both picked SC Washington, and Washington ended up winning that game. And then we went different on Notre Dame, Virginia. I picked Notre Dame. You picked Virginia. Notre Dame.
Was that, and your super dog, right? Was the deal breaker for me.
Yeah, that's
I started the season strong, and now we're getting into it.
Yeah, comeback.
Now we're getting into it. I need some points. All right, I need points. And this week, I need UMass to put up points. UMass. I'm taking UMass this week. They're my super dog.
Yep.
They're playing FIU, right?
Yep.
Or is it FIU or FAU? One of the two. They're playing Florida, whatever, and they are down. They are plus 26.5.
Yep.
UMass, please cover that. I need 5 points.
Yeah.
Jake, who you got for your dog?
This might be a controversial pick. I kind of feel bad for you for having the comeback season on you and then up 28. So I kind of picked some sketchy games. So I got Tulsa at SMU plus 13. I think SMU, it might be a little bit better than people think, but it's still at the end of the day, it's SMU and Tulsa. And Tulsa, I went to that Tulsa game against OSU. Their defense is pretty good. They looked a lot
better than their paper.
Yeah. So 13 is not too bad. So I'm not taking a super. I'm just taking a normal dog. So.
All right. Well, so I got a super dog. I got a point on the line. I got to risk the point because I'm down enough to where it's getting to be, it's getting to be tight. You know, I need these 5 points. Last week, my dog was Navy. They didn't, right? My dog was Navy. Yep. They didn't come through for me.
Quarterback got hurt.
Yeah. So
halfway through the game,
it's all
you would have covered, but
it's all
that's
good.
What hurt you.
Rest in peace. But last week actually was a crazy week. You know, number 1 almost went down.
Yeah.
Clemson almost got beat by UNC, which UNC, all their games they've been tied or within one possession all their games in the fourth quarter. Their games have always come down to the fourth quarter. It's crazy that, you know, they're only 2-3 or whatever they are now.
Yeah.
And all their games, like I said, have come down to basically. Most of them have come down to the last drive or two, but they've all come down to the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Which that's actually pretty impressive to be in most of your games. I don't know if they should have been up most of them, but it doesn't matter. They've all come down. It's just, and they did get screwed against that one on Wake Forest. They did get screwed on that with the player went out of bounds. They didn't give them that 1 second play.
Yeah.
So they have gotten a little, you know, here and there, but UNC, they almost took Clemson down. And Clemson always has. Syracuse a couple years ago did it to them. They always have a scare. You know, they always have that scare early on to a team that they probably shouldn't even be worried about.
Yeah.
But it just happened to be UNC this year. They almost did it. I wish they would have. I still don't know why Ohio State didn't jump. They should have dropped further than 2.
Yeah.
I don't think they look as good as they did last year.
I saw that ESPN posted that, you know, they showed all these stats of like all these. Like they showed the past like 5 national champions, and it was like Clemson had 3 wins by a possession. Alabama had like 2 wins by a possession. You know, another team had a loss somewhere. Like it was like the last 5 national champions all had close games. So they were like, you know, should we panic or should we not? I don't really know. I think Clemson is kind of coasting right now, and their talent is not playing to where
No,
what they
not
should
at all.
be.
They shouldn't have been that game shouldn't have been as close as it was. Clemson should have put up double digits on them.
And then people were arguing about the 2-point conversion, but I still think that's the right decision.
That was the right call, but the play call I don't think was the right play call.
Yeah, the speed option was bad.
If you're at home, you're not even ranked. All your games have been going down to the fourth quarter. You're playing the number 1 team, like I said, at home. And I saw this elsewhere. I can't remember where, but your team probably cannot, the farther you go with the number 1 team, the harder it is because you guys are going to get tired. You're playing with 5 stars all across the board. You're playing with 5 stars basically.
The talent gap.
So the talent gap is going to increase immensely in overtime.
Yeah.
So I think it was the right call. The play call was it didn't make sense to run that play. They ran a sweep to the side and they didn't even get to the. They didn't. I don't even think they got to the. I think there was a first. I don't know if it was down and goal, but
no, it's a 2-point conversion.
Oh yeah, that's right. But they didn't get it. They didn't even get close.
Honestly, dude, no. Well, somewhat. I mean, the thing is the quarterback didn't get close, but off the pitch, the guy got the ball, and then their dude gave up blocking because he thought, "Oh, it's over."
I mean,
if that dude would have held his block, he might have been able to sneak in.
If they would have ran a different play, they probably would have got it.
Yeah, true.
If they would have ran a good play, that wasn't a good play. I mean, Clemson saw that coming up. I love the call to go for it. I do. If you have to go for it.
If you're a dog, go for the win.
Your dog at home, especially against the number 1 team.
Yeah.
Especially against a rival, you have to go for the win. You have to. Because if you tie it and you lose in overtime, what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, that was probably the biggest game of the weekend. Game day was Ohio State, Nebraska. I mean, from the second it started, it was almost over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ohio State is very good. I think, and I said this at the beginning of the year. I don't remember if I said it on the show, but I think Ohio State is a lot better than people even expected.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm not going to speak for you, but I don't know if you even thought they were this good.
Yeah.
I legitimately think they are a national title contender and not just a fringe contender. I think they could beat Bama right now.
Yeah, that'd be a good game. I
think they're the number 1 team. I think they should have jumped both Bama and Clemson.
Yeah, that's what I talk with all my OU friends is that if Ohio State OU is this year, it would be insane.
Yeah.
Because that would have been nuts. I mean, I think I disrespected Ohio State a little bit just off the spring game of Justin Fields played really bad in the spring game. And then we were kind of like, well, he'll get better, but
he was only there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, they're hitting on all cylinders right now. Ohio State's defense
and they're only going to get better, I think.
Well,
I mean, many people underestimated Ryan Day. I told you guys at the beginning of the year, Ryan Day is going to take. I mean, people were saying you lost Urban Meyer. Ryan Day is not Urban Meyer. No, he's not. He's Ryan Day.
Yeah,
and he's doing phenomenal.
Well,
he's a cutthroat.
He also got Mike Yurcich, so
yeah, that does help. I'm not saying just him, but like the whole board for him.
Yeah,
the whole coaching staff, everything. It's working out. He's cutthroat. He puts the ball down your throat, and he doesn't soften up at the end of the game. They were going for it. Right to the end of the game, Your
offense is super high potent, hard to stop. There's a lot of people.
J.K. Dobbins is phenomenal. He's second behind Chuba.
Yeah, and with Justin,
which by the way, I don't think Chuba's getting the respect he deserves either. Just for fairness.
That is true, but
I mean, I know he's the little brother. You guys are the little OSU. You guys look up to us, but he is leading the country.
I don't know if Chuba's little, but
no, I'm not saying he's little, but in the mentality, you guys are little brother. OSU.
Well, no, I think the thing is that with Chuba is that we run him a lot. Like we're designing our whole offense around him, and we're gonna boost his numbers no matter what happens. I mean,
well, him and Tylan Wallace, you guys are just. I mean, talk about firing on all cylinders. I think those two guys are just having a year.
Well, see, that's
because that's
the problem. Is the rest of the offense is hurting bad. Is that we can't throw intermediate routes to anybody else. Like Dylan Stoner catches a few balls.
Yeah, he's actually being really productive this year.
Yeah, well, Stoner is one of those dudes that never gets a lot of love, but he's always that automatic, like We have him in punt return just because of his hands. Like, he's probably the most for sure hands guy on our team.
Yeah, so you actually went up to the game this weekend. This past weekend. You went to the K-State game.
Yeah.
OSU. You guys had some rain delays. By the way, ESPN Plus sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you, I don't know.
Well, first of all, the rain delay, anybody tells you 30 minutes, that's not true. What happens is you get a 30-minute delay, but then you have to have 20 minutes for warm up. So then it turns into an hour minimum.
Yeah.
And it's like lightning struck like 10 miles or 8 miles away from the stadium, never struck anywhere near the stadium. It barely sprinkled. And then an hour later we resumed. And the thing about K-State and stuff is that most of the time we play K-State, we kind of get a little manhandled. We end up winning the game, but we always kind of get out physical.
I don't know if you noticed it when you were there, just because it was like you guys probably, atmosphere, everything. And then all of a sudden the rain or the delay, not the rain delay, but the weather delay. But sitting at home watching the game, you guys got off to a great start. I think if that rain delay helped K-State more than anything.
Yeah.
You guys got off to a hot start. I think you guys probably would have put up, you guys were 13 points, 13-0 when the weather delay happened, or 13-3, whatever it was.
Yeah.
You guys were hitting it. And that weather delay just, I don't know, it didn't really stop you guys, but it definitely helped K-State get back into it.
Yeah.
And not that they got back into the game in any means per se, but I think it helped slow you guys down. For sure.
Well,
it helped them more than anything.
The thing that just killed us was first of all, we finally played K-State physical. We actually out physicality. I mean, dude, here's the thing. On the stat book, I think going into like the third quarter, like I don't think they got a first down the entire first half.
Yeah.
Like they were 3 and out every single drive. And like on the stat book, I think it was like 400 yards to like 80 yards or something.
Jeez.
Like, yeah, like the crazy thing about that game is we only won by 13 or whatever, but we should have won that game by 40. The problem is
I thought you guys should have won it by 24, 27 points for sure.
Yeah,
like if there would have been no weather delay, you guys would have put up 20, 25 points, I think.
We just not been throwing the ball very well.
Like spread wise.
Yeah. But that also the ESPN Plus is like, I don't know what happened with that. A lot of people were saying there's technical difficulties.
There's always technical difficulties. That thing sucks. I don't understand how. I mean, obviously on the business side, of course they're going to do it because it's going to make them money. But on the sane, conscious person level, like just a regular person thinking like, no, that's fucked. The way ESPN Plus is just so stupid.
Yeah.
It's so, I would never recommend that to anyone ever.
What they did is like 3 or 4 years ago, the Big 12 signed the contract when it didn't exist at the time. They were like, oh, well, we'll have games on ESPN, and the Big 12 was like, oh, that's cool, that, whatever. And then in small print, it was like also maybe only available online for streaming. But at the time, they didn't have online streaming. They didn't have ESPN Plus. This wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
So the Big 12 was like, oh, whatever. It's good money, so we'll take it.
Yeah.
And then now we're kind of like,
it's backfiring on them. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's kind of like, dang.
So, I mean, the rest of the games, there wasn't too many things going on. Cal is overrated. They were overrated from the start.
Yeah.
We knew it. They somehow went, whatever. They went 4-0. They were ranked 15th. Which was way too high in my opinion.
Yeah, that's
ranked
insane.
at all, but ranked 15th, dude.
Yeah,
come on. And then they got beat by Arizona State, right?
Yeah,
and
which Arizona State's decent.
No, Arizona State is decent. I actually thought they'd be ranked more often throughout the year, or consistently throughout the year.
Yeah.
But Cal dropped out of the rankings.
Yeah,
like they went in and then they went out. It's like they were saying, "What's up?"
Well, and it's not like they were like 22 or something like that. Like they went to 15 to out of the top 25.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then this weekend, we got what other games we got picking?
So you locked LSU.
Yep, I'm locking LSU versus Utah State. LSU got
27 and a half.
27 and a half.
27
LSU needs 27 and a half. I think they're just so good.
Yeah.
I think they're the second best team in the nation.
Yeah,
I think they'll
blow
beat
the
Bama.
doors off of them.
I think they'll beat Bama. I think they'll be the number 2 team behind Ohio State at the end of the year. Clemson will maybe be 3.
It'd be exciting.
I don't know who
that
4
West,
will be, but yeah, I think LSU. Joe Burrow is just a stud. I mean, he's got. I think he's 100 and He's 100 for 124.
Yeah.
That's
It's
insane.
It's insane.
That's insane. And he's got like 17 touchdowns. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So, or no, I think he's got 22 touchdowns. Whatever the case may be, he's lights out. Heisman, top 3 or 4 Heisman contender. I think it will come down to him, Jalen Hurts, and I hope Justin Fields. I personally think it'll be those. I think it'll be those 3: Justin Fields, Jalen Hurts, and him. I don't think Tua will. I think Bama is actually going to come into some struggles. I know they haven't really yet, but that's also because they play people like Tennessee and shit. By the way, Tennessee plays Georgia, and Georgia's only like a 24-point favorite or 20-point favorite, 26 maybe. They should be like a 70-point favorite because Georgia is going to hurt them.
Yeah.
Georgia is going to demoralize Tennessee.
Yeah.
Like I think I kind of feel bad for Tennessee because of how bad they're going to get beat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like Tennessee. You guys know that.
I mean, I agree. Georgia's going to just
Georgia's going to destroy
them.
It's sad. But I don't think Bama's played anyone, and I think when they get around to like LSU, I think LSU is going to beat them. Like you
I
said.
think those 3 in the West, they all have to play each other. LSU, Bama, Auburn. They all have to
Auburn,
play each other.
We're going to get to Auburn. Actually, we'll get to Auburn next. I think Auburn's a little overrated. They should not be. I think they're ranked 7th now. They shouldn't be ranked 7th. They're not that good. I think it just happenstance that they've been doing all right. I think LSU goes and beats Bama. I think LSU beats Auburn. I don't know if they play actually. I'm pretty sure they do. But
LSU, Auburn, they do.
Yeah, so I think LSU actually takes the SEC. I think LSU is the best SEC team. They'll make the playoffs. Right now I think it'll be Ohio State, LSU, Clemson, and then pick of the litter. It's probably going to be either another one-loss SEC team, or it's going to be Texas or OU.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's a lot of season left for the Big 12. There's a lot of season left for everyone, but Big 12's got, you guys, OSU still plays OU later on in the year. You guys play Texas Tech this weekend, which, by the way, I think that's a lock. I think you guys beat them. You guys are ranked what? What did we say? They're 21.
21.
I think you guys should have been higher. I think if you would have I don't think if there was a weather delay, I think you guys would have beat K-State a little bit worse or harder or however you want to put it, bigger. And you guys would have been, I called it last week. I said you guys were probably going to jump into the top 20.
Yeah.
But not quite. You guys are 21. But Texas plays West Virginia this week, and that is a little, wet. Either going into Morgantown. I think, they should take them out to the bars, and Texas team take them out to the bars, get them a little fucked up.
It's hard to play in Morgantown, but they just haven't been playing well.
Yeah,
West Virginia.
It's kind of one of my hopes. I just hope Texas loses.
Yeah.
I need OU and Texas to both lose a game before they even play each other.
Yeah.
Texas already has one loss with LSU, but that's kind of a good loss.
It hurts you though to get in the playoffs. So.
Oh yeah, it hurts, but I need them to lose another game before they play OU, and I need OU to lose a game too. So, and I hope it's you guys. I hope they lose to you guys.
Yeah.
What's your lock?
So I got Central Florida going to Cincinnati. Did you see?
You've been taking Central Florida a lot this year.
I know. I try to ride the Central Florida train, but here's the thing: Central Florida screwed me over last time. And so they're gonna make it up to me this week.
Did you talk to them?
Yeah.
You talked to them.
Yeah. I called them on the phone.
They were like,
said,
we'll make it up for you.
How do you lose that terrible game? And then, also, I just kind of
I took OSU. I took Oklahoma State 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I actually almost took them again this week over Texas Tech. But the reason I didn't is because it's on the road. And it could be one of those, like, they just came off a win.
Yeah.
They're going down there, and I don't know if the spread. I think Oklahoma State will win. I just don't know if they'll cover that 22-point spread. I think it is.
No, I think it's like 10 or something.
No. We'll have to double check. Yeah,
I'll have to look at it. But anyway, did you see Cincinnati's field, the black field?
Yeah. I read that they're not going to be playing on that.
Really?
Yeah, I read that was
for future or something.
I don't know if it was a CGI. I don't know if it was a Photoshop thing or something, but I did read that was not. I guess they're not playing on that.
Okay.
It would be sick. It would look absolutely dope.
Yeah. Plus, I kind of like to get a Friday game in there.
Yeah.
To have some kind of buffer.
I was going to go with a Friday or a Thursday game, but I picked what I picked because I think that's just the best case scenario for me. I need these points this week. I do need points. So that's the other reason I didn't take Oklahoma State was I need points. And I do think
Yeah, I
do
think we've
LSU
covered
will
the
cover for
spread.
me, and so will. Who the hell is my super dog again?
Your Super Dogs UMass.
Yeah, UMass. I think UMass will cover for me.
That'd be
UMass.
a tough one.
There's a big thing going on with UMass this past weekend. There was a guy from Barstool Sports. He put out that UMass was going to be out with 6 starters and that they were potentially doing some shady stuff. And so they're putting all their money on Akron -9. And UMass ended up winning like by 10. I think UMass rides that, goes down, and beats that Florida team, Florida Atlantic, whatever it is.
Florida International.
I think UMass goes down there. They get me I need 5 points. All right, I need 5 points.
You have to get it.
I need them.
Yeah. you
After
have to
this
get
week,
it.
if not, it's gonna be contentious after this.
Yeah, I
week.
mean,
And there's another reason we're going into we said we're gonna talk about Auburn. We're going into the game day game.
yeah.
Game day game is Auburn, Florida this week. 7 versus 9, I think it is.
Yeah.
I got Florida. I don't think Auburn's good. I think they're overrated. I actually think Florida's overrated too.
Yeah.
I just think Auburn's more overrated, and I just need Florida to win. I just need points, dude.
Yeah. You
So
got
who's the favorite in that? Auburn's -3.
Auburn's -3.
Yeah, so
So-
I'm fine with Florida even losing and just losing by 2.
Yeah. 2.
Yeah, lose by
Under
2.
field goal.
Yeah, give me.
I mean,
points.
I agree. I've been the opposite. Beginning of the year, I felt Auburn was overrated. I felt
Yeah, that
like
was the first game we took.
that Oregon game was kind of a fluke, and then they played Texas A&M, then figured out that Texas A&M has not been good at all this year.
They are not good.
And then so it's kind of like, I don't know, but now I think I'm finally coming around on Auburn. Like, all right, Auburn's somewhat decent. I mean, the problem that Auburn has is their schedule's so insane.
Yeah,
Like, they still have LSU and Bama on their schedule that there's
well, I
just
think
no way.
that will be the time when they show their true colors.
Yeah.
Obviously, this game is a
Yeah.
big game too because it is. While I do think both teams are overrated, they are still ranked top 10.
I can see it as a trap game for
It is a
Auburn.
trap game, yeah. I do think they both are overrated. I don't know which one's going to fall from grace. For obviously after this week they'll fall a little bit, but it's a top 10 game, so they're not going to fall. Whoever loses, unless they get absolutely stomped, they're not going to fall too much. After this week, I think we start seeing who's going to fall from grace and who's not legit. I think Auburn's not legit. I think Bama's not legit. That's a hot take, I bet, but whatever.
Yeah, Bama. I feel like Bama's legit. They do this thing where they coast in the middle of the year where,
Yeah.
I mean, dude, they did throw whatever that guy had 5 touchdowns or whatever. Like, so they've been throwing the ball
Tua?
well. No, I was talking about the wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. Not Judy, but
Yeah,
the other
the
one.
other
I can't
guy.
remember his name either.
I think
but
it's
yeah,
like number 6.
Yeah.
Is it Smith or something?
something like that.
Daquan
I
Smith
can't remember
or-
exactly. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I get they're good. They're always going to be good. But I think LSU is just way better than them.
Yeah. The
LSU
problem-
is firing on literally all cylinders. Like
Yeah.
LSU is I think people are actually underestimating LSU.
Yeah. I think LSU's defense is better
I'll tell
than
you what,
Bama's.
LSU is the team I do not want to play in the playoffs. If I'm
Yeah.
Ohio State, I don't want to play LSU. 1, I don't want to play Joe Burrow. He's too good.
Yeah.
But 2, they're just a good team overall. I would much rather play Clemson. I'd much rather play Bama. I'd
Yeah.
much rather play Georgia. Georgia, I don't think makes the playoffs. I
Plus,
think
if
they're regretting. I think Georgia's regretting losing Fields.
yeah. Yeah.
I really do. And
I
that
don't-
Easton kid that went up to Washington,
Yeah.
we'll see. He was good.
We'll see what happens with that. I think the LSU thing is the question will be, do you get them in Death Valley? If you play LSU in Death Valley, you're in big trouble. I think you're in some serious. Like, I know playing them at home and stuff.
If
would
you're saying
be-
for the playoffs, son,
No, I'm just talking about like
anyone.
anybody.
Yeah,
Anybody that travels to Death Valley, like if the Alabama LSU game is in Death Valley or Auburn plays them in I think Auburn plays them in Death Valley.
I hope.
I think they do.
I hope
And
so.
that's gonna be a hell of a game. That's
Yeah.
gonna be nuts.
This weekend, like we said, we got Oklahoma State plays Texas Tech at
Yep.
Tech. Michigan State comes to the shoe and plays Ohio State. I think we're a 20-point favorite, maybe 22.
Yeah. I mean, as of right now, Ohio State's got the second best defense in the country, which is insane to think. If
I don't think that is insane. I actually think it's disrespectful that people think it's insane. I called it at the beginning of the year. They're better than people thought.
I mean, no, I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, in reality, like, when you match up Ohio State's defense versus other people's defenses, like LSU or Alabama, it's like, I don't know, position by position, you would go, oh, Ohio State's better than them.
Chase Young on the end, on defensive end.
Yeah, he's good.
He might be better than Bosa.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he is.
Yeah.
I'm saying he might be.
Yeah.
That dude's quick and that dude's explosive.
Yeah.
He gets off the line quicker than a lot of people. I can't remember someone getting off. The thing with Bosa, both the Bosas, were they were just powerful. I mean, they were quick too, but they were powerful. I mean, they could just manhandle people.
Yeah.
But
Well,
the thing with Young is he's quick and he's explosive. He might not be the biggest.
Didn't Martinez throw like 4 picks in that game?
Yeah, he threw quite a bit.
Yeah.
I can't say his name.
feel like
his last name starts with an O, Oakby or something.
Yeah.
I can't say the dude's name, and I apologize.
Just like
if
people
this ever
with
got to him. I do apologize. I can't say his name, but the defensive back for Ohio State, yeah, he had like 2 picks.
Yeah. I mean,
Him alone.
we have the same thing with Amon Ogbagamiga. Like, a lot of people mess that one up, but you know, the thing is like, I think your stats have been padded a little bit. I think it's like Chuba.
I could be getting their names wrong.
You know what I'm saying?
I could be thinking of that dude. I can't remember. But yeah, he did have 2 picks. And
I feel like your defense is really good. I feel like they just stat padded, kind of like Chuba. Like, is Chuba really the greatest running back in the country? I don't know. Like, statistically wise, he is, but is he that much better than Jonathan Taylor? I don't think so.
But dude, I don't have it, but there was a highlight I saw, one run, and it was that offensive line that you guys have just pushing back K-State, and Chuba just like walks around like nothing.
Yeah, we've never treated K-State that way, and like since my freshman year of college in like 2010, we've never played that physical against K-State. I don't know if it might be Bill Snyder's gone and the new coach and his kind of scheme or something.
Well, like I was saying last week, I think it was you guys are coming off that close.
You know what I think it really is?
Texas.
I think, it's coming off the loss, but it's also Charlie Dickey. I think Charlie Dickey, our offensive line coach, came from K-State, and he was Bill Snyder's old guy. And I feel like he knew what was up. He kind of had the schematics down of who to match up who with.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, dude, if you block. Plus, we played a lot of young dudes on the line. We had like, I think 2 true freshmen on the line. So it was a crazy matchup, but I feel like that's what was the really difference is Dickey matching us up well.
Yeah. You know what there's another good game this weekend. Iowa, Michigan.
Michigan.
I hope Iowa wins, obviously, but they should just cancel that program up in Michigan.
I mean, if Iowa wins, Harbaugh has to be done. He has to.
Well, I mean, yeah.
If Iowa wins, then you're done. Like with one loss, you can find your way back in it.
Yeah.
If Michigan won out with 1 loss, they might be able to sneak their way in. If they lose to Iowa, they're done.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. And you know what? I think this episode's just about over. Thanks for watching. Check into the watch the games and then let us know what your picks are, you know? Comment below, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Let us know what your thoughts are for the week, for the season going forward, what your team's doing. Tennessee, you suck. Notre Dame, you're overrated. UCLA, you're also overrated. Florida State, get out of here. We're out. See ya. Thank you.